I'm Annette King from the International Dermal Institute, and I'm going to take you through how to perform at-home extractions. We're going to get it right started on actually extracting some blackheads on the chin. Cleaning the skin to begin with is absolutely essential because you need to be able to have a sort of clean canvas to work on. If your skin isn't clean, the risk of sort of secondary infection or breakouts afterwards is much, much higher. So work on a clean skin to begin with. Remove that cleanser. You can simply wash it away or use sponges to remove that cleanser, but I really strongly advise that you do that. The next step, which would be really advisable, is to exfoliate the skin. And I'm using a really gentle, soft exfoliant to be able to do that. And you might want to use a scrub or a hydroxy acid type of a product on the area. And basically what this is going to do, it's going to help you to lift up dead cells and impactions in the area. So basically all of that surface dead debris, therefore helping you to extract those comedones or those blackheads much more easily. I'm going to work this into the skin, work it over the chin and into the area where I tend to have little bumps and breakouts. So you can work your exfoliant in quite gently using your fingertips with light pressure and work it over the area just for a few minutes to help to open up the skin, the follicles, which you probably know as pores, and help to prepare that area before you're going to go in and do some extractions. Now this is a great time to actually use steam if you have the ability to use a facial steamer at home or a little steaming apparatus, or even if you're taking sort of a hot shower, you could also just use a washcloth and hold it over the area to soften the skin and open up the skin to a degree that you're preparing it before you're actually going to go in and remove those blackheads and do those extractions. So just a gentle exfoliation, coming in and removing that product and prepping that area before we start extractions. You need to make sure that you're also working in an area which has really good lighting and that you're working in front of a magnifying type mirror to begin with, because that will help you to really see what you're doing. Now what's also very important is that you cover your fingertips before you do your extractions. Now in a professional environment, we use gloves for that. But what you can simply do is use tissues wrapped around your fingers. So take a tissue, fold it in half, place it over your index finger, and then take that tissue and roll it in. So you're kind of making a little finger mitt. And then do the same on your other finger. So folding in half, folding over, twisting in that tissue, Kleenex, and making a tight little finger mitt. So you're able then to protect your fingertips, that you're not marking your skin. The worst possible way of doing extractions is digging your nails into your skin. So next what you want to do is to stretch the skin over that area where you have that blackhead or that comedone, and instead of coming in with your fingernails and squeezing from the top, you actually want to come in, stretch the skin, create like a little mound, and then roll your fingertips for that little blackhead to be expelled from the skin. And it should come out very easily, and then you just wipe it away and you move on to another area. So stretching the skin, creating a mound, helping the contents of that blocked follicle to come out onto the skin, and then wiping it away. If you come in at this kind of an angle with your fingertips, that's when it hurts, and that's when you end up breaking the skin. And with breaking the skin, you're causing a risk of a secondary infection. And the last thing that you want to have happen is that you're really creating blood in the area, because that actually means you're spilling out the contents of that blackhead actually beneath the skin. And that's when you wake up the next day and you have a great big breakout or a zit in that area where you've been picking your skin. So we know really that squeezing and picking is bad, but if you're going to do it, then do it correctly. covering the fingertips, stretching the skin, rolling up the skin, and actually wiping away. And if you're forcing something to come out and it doesn't want to come out, then simply use an overnight treatment on the area and then try and extract it the next day. If you keep pressing and stretching and causing inflammation on your skin, that's when you're going to really create some damage. After we've done extractions on the area, we need to now sterilize it to kill any bacteria. So I'm going to sterilize my model's skin with an antiseptic skin purifying wipe. And these are great. You can find these little wipes anywhere that have this antibacterial property. And it's important to do that because you have brought bacteria out onto the surface of the skin. So by wiping over the area, you're sterilizing the skin, you're soothing and calming, you're stopping the risk of any extra infection over the area, and it feels like you've really cleaned the area properly. The next step is to actually apply a mask over the area. So look for a clay mask that actually helps to purify the skin and to a degree refine and tighten up the pores. So I'm using a soft clay mask and I'm just applying that over the area. And that's going to help with soothing the skin, reducing redness, helping to purge out any more toxins and breakouts from that area, and it helps to refine. There's no such thing as closing pores or really tightening pores, but what we can do is help to deep cleanse them and refine the surface of the skin. So clay masks, look for things with menthol and tea tree, and kaolin and magnesium are great after you've done any extractions on the area. And you're going to want to leave that on the skin for about 10 minutes. So now I'm going to remove that clay mask. You can simply wash that off at home, or you could again take a washcloth or sponges like I'm doing, or simply a wipe. And we're now removing that, and you can see the skin is much, much cleaner looking. It's reduced the redness in that area, which is very common when you're removing blackheads at home. So next we need to apply a product that's going to help to reduce that oil secretion on the chin area and also help again to reduce the bacteria. So I'm using a mattifier that also helps to give me a mattified look, so reducing that oil and that shine on that chin area. So look for products that help to soak up the oil, help to provide a sort of antiseptic action on the area. Look for ingredients like salicylic acid that actually helps to refine the skin and reduce the buildup of dead cells and also control that bacteria. But I'm not finished yet. I want to finish off by using a treatment to help to conceal the area while it's actually still helping to treat it. So there are a lot of great pimple treatments and spot treatments on the market now. Look for one that actually has zinc oxides in it, titanium oxides in it, that actually helps to conceal while also being a treatment. And you can literally just dab that onto the area and cover up any little breakouts or pimples that you might actually have. Alternatively, you could use a product with benzoyl peroxide in it that actually helps again to soak up and carry oxygen into the follicle and help to sort of dry up that pimple or breakout. So this is great for covering up, but at the same time not worsening any breakouts or comedones, but actually treating them. So there we go. That's how you can successfully do your own extractions at home and treat the area without causing the risk of infection, without causing inflammation, and safely removing those blackheads.